Good afternoon and welcome back to another AB Neo flight video. Today is the launch of the 737-700 from PMDG on the channel with the debut flight. So I thought, let's do a southwest flight. Let's go from mainland USA to Kona in Hawaii. Southwest, the largest operator of the 737-700 with approximately 405 airframes in their fleet. So figured they would be the best choice for this. And I haven't done a flight from the USA to Hawaii either for myself or on the channel, so it made sense to do it. Anyway, I hope you guys do enjoy, and let's get into the flight deck and get things underway. Okay, so we're in the flight deck. I have already turned the aircraft on, so we're not cold and dark. I've entered in some units into the FMC already, but I haven't done any of the flight plans, so we'll go ahead and do that now. But first of all, we will look at the path that we are taking. So I'll bring that up on screen. So departing out of LAX, we'll head out and then up north a little bit, and then we'll head west and south down into the islands of Hawaii, coming into Kona. So we'll come across from Ocala, that's where we'll make landfall, head across the top of the islands and straight down into Kona. So we're coming on runway 17, which is the northbound runway. That is the way the winds are in favour at the moment. We'll check up on that throughout the journey and see if that does change in case we need to change our vectors to come south to land on runway 31. But obviously we'll play that by ear. So weather at the moment in LA is 22.2 degrees centigrade. Wind is 250 for 13 and QNH 29.85. Got a few clouds at 16,000 feet and a few more at 6,000 feet, and we're taking off from runway 24 left, which is just right behind us, which is quite handy. We are at the Southwest Terminal in LA. Well, this is, I think this is the Southwest Terminal. The satellite photos show Southwest aircraft here. I think there's also something wrong with the game servers because there's no one else showing up live in the game, which is disappointing. I usually do like to have a bit of traffic around, but at the moment the airport is all ours. But let's get some things punched in to the FMC. So our reference airport is KLAX. Again, as I always say, you can skip forward this in the chapters down below if you don't want to watch all this, but it is, I mean, I suppose it can be a little bit boring, but I kind of like this part myself. So we'll get the IRS aligned. There we go. That was easy. I've got it set to instant, so it doesn't take too long at all. And we're heading to, I keep going to put KPHO, but it's actually PHKO for Kona. Flight number is SWA for Southwest 553. Runway 24 left. And then we'll start entering in everything. So I can see there are no waypoints, just airways. Sorry, no airways, just waypoints. Cool, so Dinty is our first one. That does not say Dinty. It almost says a word I cannot say on YouTube. Dinty, there we go. And then direct to, never seen this before, 31. N14, is it a 0? It is a 0. 0W. Invalid entry. Oh, don't do this. Don't do this. That can't be a waypoint because it's not in the right place. Maybe it's not a 0. Okay, we'll try 3, 1. N 1 3 O W. Oh my god. Okay, let's just skip all those and we'll just go straight to Ocala. There we go, that's working. That's our flight plan, that's it. I don't know what all the other mess is. Activate that, execute. Departure will be 24 left, and it will be on the dark 3 SID, and our transition is Dinty. Arrival will be ILS 17 and Vicky 9, and Ocala is our transition. Excellent. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, cool. It's added all in the waypoints. I don't know what is going on with the flight plan. It's given me some really, really weird vectors. Speaking of vectors, we do have one there, so we'll move Vicky up to cover that vector. What do you mean invalid entry? Can't be invalid entry. I just copied it from... move it up to there. Okay. Awesome. Cool. That's the flight planning done. Let's get some weights and balances, etc. in. So fuel is 16.9. This is the most fuel I've ever put in a narrow body aircraft. This is also going to be one of the longest flights. Zero fuel weight is 52.7. Also, I think we're just under the absolute maximums for the weight on this. Reserves is 0. Cost index is 40. Our cruise altitude is 340. It's a lot lower than I expected for this length of flight. Cruise wind is 306 at 11. Transition altitude is 18,000. Takeoff. Okay, runway wind is currently, this is as of 50 minutes ago, let's refresh. No, as of 51 minutes ago, 250 at 13 or 13. Runway slope, do we have one? Elevation 109, 112. 3 feet over 10,000 feet, we're going to go 0. The runway is dry. I think the weather's pretty good. Yeah, it is. Flaps will be 5. CG, this is always really high. And yeah, 7.49. Notice it's a lot higher in this aircraft than it is in the 738. And about there, 7.49 approx. B1 139V 139 and V2 145. So put in 155 up into the MCP. Altitude 340. There's no step climbs. I never do the step climbs. It just goes straight up. 340. Runway heading for runway 24 left is 263. Okay, that's cool. I'll turn data on. Where are you, data? Here you are. Runway length 108. Approach 109.70 is our ILS. Now, if we do have to switch to runway 31, there's no ILS, which is fine. This aircraft has a brilliant RNAV approach system. And descent forecast, transition 18,000 remains the same. So 310, 200. Execute that, back to legs. We'll go up top. So 340 was our cruise altitude. Landing altitude, I imagine it would be very high off the ground, is 38 feet for 35, 48 feet for 17. So I'll put in 50. We'll turn some stuff on. So voice recorder, window heat, the hydraulic pumps, and the yaw damper. So seatbelts remain off, our position lights remain on, everything else is all good up top. We are on ground power, yes we are. And we need flight directors on. Auto throttle arm, and LNAV and VNAV armed as well. Awesome, we are set and ready to push back and start. What is the time? It is 10 to 3 in the afternoon. So we'll give it another 5 minutes for the packs to load. Interestingly, at this parking spot, oh, it's because I was going to say, I don't have a catering truck, but it's because I'm in the 737, it hasn't dropped that in, which is a shame because I've got a pack, which an add-on which gives us as accurate as possible branded equipment. So I would have probably had the Southwest catering truck sitting there, but that's okay. This one, if you recall it, you get the PMDG branded one, which makes sense because that's a lot of data for them to have loads if they had all the branded catering trucks for the airline that you're flying. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here for a couple of minutes and then I'll come back and we will push back and start. Okay, so let's get some things turned on and started up, and so we can get out of here. So we'll put the left aft fuel pump on and we'll get the APU started up. While that's happening, seatbelts can come on and we better get the beacon light on as well. So because the seatbelt signs are now on, we can close the door and we can also get rid of the jetway. Excellent. Now the scenery I'm using in LA, this is just the default that comes with the game. I'm pretty sure everyone has access to this one. It's not part of the premium deluxe version, and it's not bad. I could get the paid add-on, but yeah, this one's okay. The frame rate's not the greatest, so just wait for that APU to come on. Okay, that didn't take too long at all. Get the APU gen on. We're going to switch that to APU gen as well, and also APU bleed. Alrighty, we can release the ground power and we can go straight into pushback. So chock's gone, we'll select our tug. I do like that it has its own tug with the PMDG. These ones are cool, but this one is just a little bit more realistic for the size of the aircraft. That would be more for a very large wide body. Okay, so turning nose to the left, we can start.
Pushback and start. They want the tail to our right. Copy that. Ready for push, tail right. Release parking brake, please.
Parking brake released. And we'll get all the fuel pumps on.
Brakes released.
Always takes a while to get it going. There we go. So starting engine number 2 first, and we're just going to wait for the N2 to come up to 25%, and then we will punch in the fuel flow. Here it is, fuel flow 2. You can see the engine is spooling up. Why are they both starting up? Oh, it's not. It's just spinning in the wind. Okay, cool. I think PMDG have done a fantastic job, as you would already know, on this aircraft. It's absolutely amazing. High fidelity and the frame rate of it is really good. I don't know if you've, if anyone's used the Breduck 3D 737, but it's just a piece of garbage compared to this. It is also about a third the price though, so it does make sense. Engine 2 is started and settled. We can start engine number 1. Go, parking brake is set. My first officer is about to tail the ground. Well, he did. Fuel flow for engine number 1. Thank you for that. We will have a good flight. Taxi lights on. We'll turn on the TFC. Not going to turn weather on. We don't really need it. It's pretty nice day. Always put the first officer sight out to 40 miles, and then I adjust this one on my side as required. We could also, while engine number 1 is spooling up, we can also set flaps to 5. And we can verify our takeoff speeds as well. Chuck them back to program. Auto brake should be set to RTO. Oh, and engine 1 has started and settled. I missed that. So up top, we need to put the engine gens on. Switch that back. We need probe heat on. We need the packs on auto. ISO valve to be on auto. Turn off the APU bleed and the APU. Just check everything else. Everything else seems to be on as required. There's no lights that I can see. Perfect. Panel brightness should be all the way up or halfway up. Seatbelts are definitely on. Okay, we're good to taxi out to runway 24 left. Don't think I've forgotten anything. So just using the Turtlebeach Yoke and Quadrant today, and the Thrustmaster pedals, which you can't see. I'm not putting a foot cam in on these videos. I feel like that would attract the complete wrong crowd. I've heard foot videos are popular. Not something I'm going to be venturing into. Shortest taxiway ever. This was not planned, by the way. I planned to go from the southwest terminal. I was expecting the wind to be coming from the other direction. Okay, we'll just park here for a sec. We will reset the fuel flow. Come on, there we go. The TCAS needs to be on TARA. Landing lights on, taxi lights off, runway turn off lights on. Engine starts need to be on continuous. Everything else is all fine. Have I forgotten anything? I feel like I haven't. It's a lie, I feel like I have. Release parking brake and we are good to go. I'll double check the Q&H for LAX because it's been 70 minutes a year. It has changed a little bit. Oh, I haven't even entered it in, my god. 2984 it should be. Wow. Knew I'd forgotten something. Almost going to be a turn and burn. Not quite, we're not going to stop rolling. Okay, power up to about 60%. And toga.
Peanuts.
Trying to keep her center. She's really heavy today.
Rotate.
Rotate. Oh god, took a while to get off the ground.
Positive recline.
Gear coming up. Oh. So the gear wasn't coming up. Absolutely beautiful takeoff. Oh, except we need to pitch up a little bit. There we go. And we'll go into autopilot. Oh, that was a good takeoff. Happy with that. I'll go flaps 1. And flaps all the way in. Okay, so auto brake needs to be set to off, and we will lock the landing gear. Can turn off the runway, turn off lights, and we'll put the engine starts back to off. Absolutely stunning day outside coming out of LA. Can't see those few clouds though. And it's a shame I can't see any other flight simmers in the game today. just coming up to flight level 10,000. So it didn't take long at all. It's only a few minutes. There it goes, level 10,000. So we'll get the landing lights off. We'll wait till we're a little bit higher up, maybe about 12,000, then we'll get the seatbelt signs off. And then we'll be all good to... actually, no, above 10,000. Screw it. Let's do the seatbelts now. It's pretty clear, smooth. Seatbelts off. Do a double chine. And this is pretty much the view we're going to have. Is that Catalina Island? I heard there was a wine mixer there a few years ago. Ha ha ha, bit of a funny reference. Anyway, I'm going to come back to you once we have reached our, well, getting close to our top-off climb, and enjoy some outdoor views of LA as it disappears behind us. Alright, we're just coming up to our cruise altitude of 340 now, at 500 or so feet away. We are slowly leaving the west coast of the USA behind us, and this will be the view that we have moving forward. Oh, there's a little bit of cloud up there. Cool. So we are going over the vastness of the Pacific Ocean. Not the entire thing, obviously, just to Hawaii. We'll have a quick look at the weather in Hawaii, because there has been a bit of an update, nothing drastic. So this is as of 31 minutes ago. Wind is 200 for 12, temperature 30 degrees, QNH 29er, decimal 9er. So still favourable to come in on runway 17 at this stage. That was approximately 20 minutes from takeoff to cruise, flight level 340, so it's not bad. This little 700 can get up in the air pretty damn quick. Estimated time of arrival at this stage is 0308 Zulu, which is in... oh god, I've got to do calculations. 4 hours and 12 minutes, so about another 4 hours until we are there. Is that correct? Sorry, 4 hours and not 12 minutes. 4 hours and 20 minutes or so. We'll say 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours until we are in Hawaii. We'll obviously do some updates as we go. I'll do the outside views every hour on the hour as well. Just with some music in the background as per usual, but I won't talk to you again until we are preparing for our descent 40 miles away from top of descent. So see you guys real soon, and hope you enjoy the montage of cruise footage in between.
Let me take you back to a time when love was as precious as diamonds, where if you search you would find it. I know that times have changed, but I don't wanna play no games, baby. I'll treat you different, show you commitment. She might be my baby, let me love you crazy. Let me hold you down like gravity to the ground. Oh, be my baby, I ain't gonna be shady, I ain't messing around. Let's fall in love, I won't let us fade away, even when we old and gray. Know that I'll be here to stay. Let's fall in love, I won't let us fade away, even when we old and gray. Know that I'll be here to stay and give you that slow love, red slow love. Give you that
Well, it's been about 4 hours and 35 minutes since we took off. We're just coming up to 40 miles away from top of descent, so we better get some weather and information put in to the FMC to calculate our correct approach procedure. If I bring up the weather, so this is as of 48 minutes ago. I think that's the earliest I can get it to update, but we have got the wind is 170 for 12, temperature 30 degrees, and QNH is 2904. So let's do the QNH first. We'll just put that in. Not much deviation from standard QNH, which is good. Transition altitude will of course be 18,000 feet, and you didn't see me put that in because I still had the iPad on. So yeah, I've just put that in down here so we can switch that over once we come down to flight level 180. We better put some values into the FMC as well. So we go to descent forecast, temperature 30 degrees centigrade and 29.94 of the QNH. Execute that, and we'll just wait for this to update. So our first, so we are going to step descend a little bit. We're not going to level out or anything, but we'll put in 15,000 feet for our first descent altitude. You can see the servers have come alive finally, and we have got some other flight simmers ahead of us. What have we got? A Phantom, I don't know what that is. The Dark Star, which is the fictional SR-72 or the possibly real SR-72, we don't know. Cessna 152, I think that's a new one for the sim, and it looks like there's an Airbus A320neo. I can't see what's behind that. I can see a 2 and a 5, not sure what that is. A Cessna 172 up the top as well, and we can see land, as I've just noticed now. So we are coming up to Hawaii now, which is it's the first time we've seen land since we departed the California coast. So that is pretty cool. We have been on the same heading pretty much the entire way as well, because the waypoints that SimBrief gave me were not really valid. But anyway, I'm going to come back once we have started to make our descent in just a few miles down into Hawaii. Okay, we're just moments away from starting our descent. In fact, we'll see it on here. So close. I would have thought it actually would have started by now. How far away are we? Ah, there it is. There we go. So we should start dropping down. Not sure what the feet per minute is set. I never really pay attention to that in this, but it does drop down quite a lot. That's interesting. But I dare say we will come back up a little bit once the engines have wound down. There they go. Oh, that sounds so good. It's a shame it doesn't quite come out in the video the same as what I'm hearing it, but the engine wind down noise is exactly the same as it is in real life, from what I remember as a passenger. It's one of my favourite things about the 737, which is weird. The engines just don't sound the same as an A320 when they wind down. They have this low rumble as they power down. Anyway, I will come back once we have come down to flight level 180. We'll do a bit of a weather update and see what the wind's doing. I dare say it won't have changed too much. In fact, I hope it doesn't, because I'm quite happy to come on runway 17. Just about down to flight level 180 now, so I'm going to activate the QNH 2994. It didn't make much of a difference at all. We probably do need to put, yeah, I thought so, we need to put some drag out because our speed is creeping up. So we're still over 40 miles away. In fact, it will tell us down here, I think. Oh yeah, 59 nautical miles, so yeah, it's just around 60 miles away from our destination. Now our next, so we'll drop down to, we'll take it down to 6,000 and then 3,000 for the next two steps. So we should start leveling out a little bit. We can lose that speed brake now. We are descending quite rapidly, which is fine. I'm quite happy with that, and it is nice to see land after over 4.5 hours of flying across nothing but open water. Anyway, let's stop the video here, and we'll come back at 10,000, so another 6,000 feet, and in fact we're going to put that down to 6,000 now while the chimes are going off. And yeah, we'll come back to 10,000, then we'll start making our way down into Kona. By the way, the weather hasn't actually updated, I should mention. It's, as of 60 minutes ago, 170 at 12 and 30 degrees Celsius. But yeah, I'll come back at 10,000 feet. Just about to hit 10,000 feet now, so we'll get the landing lights on. Runway turn off lights as well. Put the engine starters into continuous, and it looks like we do need to put some drag up because we need to be below 250 knots as per regulation. But while that's happening, let's get the ILS moved over as our active frequency, and we can now turn off the VOS, which is also not the flight director. That would be disastrous. We'll get those off because we will start to make our approach. Oh, we can lose the speed brake. Sweet, so we're down to 242 knots, which is cool. And we have got 34 nautical miles until we are at Kona. I'm just going to do a quick weather update. Still no change. 64 minutes ago, no change. No change available. So Hawaii was updated with one of the world updates. I can't remember which one, 11 or 12. And yeah, the scenery, I've never been to Hawaii to compare, but the scenery looks pretty good. It doesn't look that usual cartoony type of look that we usually get. Oh, the white dot's back. Don't know if that's accurate. They look like they were way too close together. We will start to put flaps out fairly soon, and but I won't make you wait for that. I'll stop the video now, and we'll come back once we're a little bit closer to the to our approach. Okay, so we're just under 20 miles away, so we're going to hit approach now, and it should start taking us down. It did level out at 6,000. I didn't mean to do that. Do I need to manually take her down? Maybe. Oh, there she goes. Oh, no, I've had this before, actually. So we do. We need to take her down. Didn't mean for it to level out like that. Speed should be... We need to put out one notch of flaps, and we'll get our speed down as well. So put out the speed brake. Okay, that's starting to look a bit better. Taking us a while to slow down. We're going to go flaps 5. Well, this makes me nervous if the ILS is going to actually work. Sure, there's nothing I'm doing wrong. We'll see. Oh, there we go. We're still dropping down. That's good. 10 mile final. Let's go flaps 10. Speed brake we'll put at level number 2. And we're going to arm with spoilers as well. Below 3,000. Let's get some landing gear out. Can we see the runway? Oh, runway inside. Let's get the landing gear out now. Beautiful. Just waiting for it to pick up that glide. That diamond should have gone purple by now. Come on, baby, you can do it. Either that or I'll just hand land it, as I have done on previous videos. The approach button's gone off. What's going on there? There we go. That's better. Okay. I didn't understand what had happened. So just going to double check. We have got seatbelts on. Seatbelts went on at around 12,000 feet off camera. Everything else is on as it should be. That is all looking good. Speed brake is armed. Flaps are at 10. Let's go flaps to 2.5. And we'll drop that speed down a little bit. Do you know what I didn't do? Do you know what I did? Yeah, approach VREF not selected every time. Approach 132 will be our approach speed. Far out. So we'll get that down to... we might as well start taking it down to 132 now. It should come down. We should be at 132 by the time we land, I hope. Wind has just dropped. There's no wind. That's good. There could be some wind. Oh, there we go. We've had an update 12 minutes ago. Wind is 190 at 12. So there is indeed wind down there. And we'll go flaps full. Well, sorry, not flaps full. Flaps 30. We're not landing with flaps for full flaps. We are all good to come in. Because that wind is looks like it's a bit gusty, I'll keep the autopilot on for a little bit right down to the runway. The most exciting scenery on this side of the island. Of course, we are landing basically on a volcano. That aircraft that I couldn't see the name of is an A5. Is it a Warthog? It could be a Warthog. I didn't put in my minimums, which is 400.
Approaching minimums.
Yeah, I'm already at them.
Minimums.
Yep. That'll do for minimums. Okay, gonna go autopilot off. And we'll turn off the auto throttle as well.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Beautiful. 2 in reverse. Did I just do a centerline landing? Maybe. Is there an F-22 Raptor coming right towards us? Possibly. Okay, manual braking. Below 60 we'll lose the reverses. Could have probably taken that exit, but we'll just keep going to the next one, wherever that may be. Looks like that Raptor is, gonna take out the left side of my aircraft. Fantastic. Okay, landing lights off. Looks like there's an exit up here. Taxi lights on. No, not an exit. Where am I going? There's an exit. Okay, cool. We don't need the runway turn-off lights. Engine starters can go back to off position. We can also turn off the TCAS or put it back onto standby. And the auto brake can go back to 0. Let's taxi in. Don't think I've ever been to this airport before, actually. So it was a little bit risky. I'm doing this on a recording, but we'll see what happens. Don't even know where the terminal is. Is that? Is that it there? It looks like it to the left. Cool. Okay, we better get the APU started. We better slow down as well. We are going a little bit too quick to make this turn. Looks like we can just take any one of these. We'll take this gate, gate number 3. And parking brake on. APU has started, so you can turn the APU gen on. Select that there. Oh, no, that one. And we will cut fuel flow to 1 and 2. While that's doing that, I do need to go into, where are you, menu there, because we are still set up for jetway. Yeah, I thought so. We need stairs. Okay, so engine's winding down. Anti-collision can go off. Taxi light should have been off before we started parking. We also need the GPU. F-22 looks like nothing like an F-22. Ground power on. Fuel pumps can come off. And we'll get steers front and back, I think. Excellent. We might as well get the galley as well. And we'll switch some stuff off up in here while we're waiting for the steers to connect. That's about it. How are we going for the steers? They are still coming. Should open the door for me. There it is. Okay, so we can get the seatbelt signs off. That is us done. We are in Hawaii at Kona International Airport. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this bonus video. This is this is an additional video that I have made this month. I'm doing that every month. There'll be a fifth or sixth flight, depending on how many standard flights there are on the weekend. But thank you very much for watching on. I really hope you did enjoy, and also thank you for to all the subscribers, new viewers and new subscribers. Really do appreciate the support, and don't forget to click the subscribe button if you do want to get notified for more videos in the future. But hope to see you in the next one, and we will see you later. Cheers, guys.